Um, First off, just congratulations to Penny and their team. Good game, extremely competitive. I thought both teams played really well in stretches. Unfortunately for us, they played better in the second half, and were able to close us out a little bit. Proud of my guys. I thought we fought to the end. We didn't play quite as well as we needed to, certainly, or as I would have liked at times in the game. I thought RJ being in foul trouble really bothered us because we were tired. My guys were tired. Older guys were tired. Big guys especially. And we needed him in the game. And maybe I should have tried to find another way to get him in for a while longer. But again, just credit to them. David Jones, Quinterly, both really good players and made a lot of winning plays for their team.
Hey, Coach, the Tigers need to turn first 3 minutes of the second half. What is something they were doing to get you off your offensive game where you just wouldn't execute?
They did some trapping. We practiced for it. We're ready. It probably disrupted us a little bit, no question. I thought there were some times we did some good things against it. There were other times it probably pushed us out a little bit starting our offense. But yeah, that was obviously a difficult time for us. We struggled at the beginning of the second half and lost the lead right away. And crowd got back in the game and just a lot of momentum for them.
Right over here on the right.
How games like this in December, win or lose, how meaningful are they?
They're good. Obviously, they're good games. It's why we called Memphis to play. We know that they're going to be good every year, and you're trying to put together a resume with games of as many good teams as you can get. I give Penny a ton of credit for what he's scheduled. He's pretty secure in his job, I would think, to be scheduling 6 straight road games like that. Most of us don't have that kind of security, but I say that in jest, but a lot of respect for him to go play all the teams that they're playing. And I get it, like they're in the American, so they're trying to make sure that they give their players every opportunity to play enough games. I mean, it's crazy at the end. Believe me, we were left out last year, and it's very frustrating. So you're constantly, as a coach, doing what you can to give your guys enough challenging games to, hopefully build your resume.
Right here in the front.
Yes, sir.
You did a good job, obviously, in the first half of containing David Jones to get 6 points. Second half, obviously, he went off. What allowed him to get loose, and how do you respond to kind of holding a player that's so dynamic? How do you do that?
Well, I mean, it's a big part of what you're trying to do defensively. We certainly were trying to pay a lot of attention to him. I thought Chauncey did about as good as you can do. I think some of it in the second half was us not scoring as well and not being able to set our defense. And so him playing a little more in the open court. He's a dynamic player. He's an aggressive player. He's hard to handle. It's hard to keep a guy like that down for 40 minutes, certainly at home especially. But, we did a good job for a while, but at the end of the day, he made too many plays.
You studied this Memphis team for about a week and just saw them for, firsthand for the last few hours. What makes this Memphis team unique from what you've seen?
Well, their style's a little unique in terms of, they're more aggressive, extending their defense, more trapping and different things of that nature. Obviously, they're athletic, they're long, they're older, experienced guys, so they're not, they're really not panicking. I know they played very poorly against Villanova, but we all have games like that. Obviously, to go to VCU is a really hard place to play, and to find a way to win that, to go win at A&M, those are hard places. So their guys really, with Quinterly and Jones, you got two guys that could be all conference players in just about any league in the country. So you got experience, you got poise. And then the rest of their guys are good players too. They got a lot of different things they can do with different pieces and guys that have been through the wars.
Hey, Coach, PJ Hall, he's a dynamic player. What has he meant for you today and also going forward? Yeah,
he's a terrific player. He's an even better person. He's meant a ton to our program. He's a great teammate. Number one, he allows me to coach him. I coach him hard. He works. He helps the other guys. He's caring person. He cares about our program. He cares about his teammates. He wants to win. He works every day, sets unbelievable example. And obviously he learned some things from Amir Sims, who was a senior when he was a freshman. So we're very pleased that we've been able to kind of pass that down. We feel like we have a good culture in our program, and certainly PJ is a big part of our recent culture with how he approaches his daily work and our program and our team. Thank you for asking.
How did the atmosphere out there?
Yeah.
Compared to other atmospheres?
Yeah, it's really good. I mean, we have some of those same atmospheres in the ACC, but it's outstanding, and it's a fun place to play, and the crowd gets behind their guys, and bands up there playing and singing and dancing afterwards, and I mean, I think it's great. These are the kind of games kids want to play in, coaches want to coach in. We practiced at the Memphis facility last night because we couldn't get into the arena. Obviously, first-class place, unbelievable environment there in terms of what they have facility-wise, and I'm sure they take great care of their players here. So it's what you would expect from Memphis basketball. I grew up in Southern Indiana. I'm very familiar with some of the history here.
Over here on the left.
Yes, sir. What's up, Bob? What did you learn about your team?
Yeah. Yeah, I think, I need to study the film, and, our defense in the second half broke down. And sometimes it does that when the bench is there in front of the defense. It can be better, just like usually the offense is better in the second half when the offense is in front of the bench. We wore down, and we lost our pick and roll consistency. The zone worked for a while, but I thought we got tired in the game. I thought our big guys, especially, I thought PJ was exhausted, and we weren't doing some of the things pick and roll defense that we wanted to do. So I'm anxious to watch the film to see what else I can learn. But those are the things off the top of my head. And I am pleased with the way our guys fought. It looked like we were it was over, and that's college basketball. We have the ball with a chance to tie, and then we're shooting a free throw to try to get an offensive rebound to tie. So we had a couple outside chances.
Anybody else in the room have anything for Coach?
But yeah,
Yeah, go ahead.
Coach, you mentioned the factor, obviously, with David Jones, other players getting loose, being them scoring in transition, kind of
Yeah.
disruptive. What allowed them, I guess, to get y'all out of rhythm and get y'all turning the ball over second half?
Yeah, they swarmed PJ. There's a lot of hands and arms in there. I do think there were some times we got hit, didn't get calls, disappointed on some of that. But having said that, they're just their activity level. They play with great effort, athleticism. Because they're so athletic, they can trap you. You get it out of the trap. You got a very brief window to make an attack play. If the attack plays there, maybe you take it. But if not, they're back into their defense again very quickly. And so that can be unique a little bit, and also, effective for them.
Anything else for Coach?
I got one on Zoom, Ben.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Trevor.
Thanks, Coach. Just wanted to ask you about that play with 9 seconds left. You need a 3 to tie. You hit all 5 players you had in there, great 3-point shooters, including Ian, who's 67% now. But they did a great job defending it. How exactly did you have that drawn up? What were you looking for there?
Yeah, we were trying to get Joe or PJ a shot, and we had some other misdirection going on, and they did a nice job. I didn't really see all of it in terms of who switched out onto whom, but obviously they were defending the 3 hard. It was kind of I think there was 9 seconds left. So it was, you're trying to get a shot. Are they going to foul? What's going to happen? Do you have probably just a little too late to just try to get a 2? I mean, unless one just falls in your lap. But they switched out. They were nose to nose with our guys and covered it well. And, I didn't do a good enough job on that one to get us something that was better.
And second time in 3 games that Chauncey has scored a career high. That's got to be encouraging.
It is. Yeah, we think he's a good player, and his confidence is growing. As much as them 3 for 6 from the 3, he got 7 rebounds, 5 defensive rebounds. That's the whole thing with him, is getting him to to make those decisions. I'm really proud of him. He's a guy who's been working hard on his game and on his body to physically get strong enough to play through contact and at the level. And I thought he played a great game today.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, thanks, Coach.
That's it.
Thanks, Phil.
All right. Thank you all. Yeah.